Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srimad Bhagavatam. So I chose the prayers of Sanatana Goswami and his glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam that are included at the end of Krishna Lila Stava, where he glorifies Srimad Bhagavatam in 6 verses. Before I do that, I wanted to read from Srila Prabhupada's preface to Srimad Bhagavatam. In the preface to Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada glorifies the Bhagavatam, obviously, and also gives us the essential message of the Bhagavatam. So I'm just going to read the first 2 paragraphs of the preface of Srimad Bhagavatam, which you're all familiar with, no doubt, but it's always good to hear it again. So Srila Prabhupada says, "We must know the present need of human society. And what is that need? Human society is no longer bounded by geographical limits to a particular countries or communities. Human society is broader than in the Middle Ages, and the world tendency is toward one state or one human society. The ideals of spiritual communism, according to Srimad Bhagavatam, are based more or less on the oneness of the entire human society, nay, of the entire energy of living beings. The need is felt by great thinkers to make this successful ideology. Srimad Bhagavatam will fill this need in human society. It begins, therefore, with an aphorism of Vedanta philosophy, Janmad Yasya Yataha, to establish the ideal of common cause. Human society at the present moment is not in the darkness of oblivion. It has made rapid progress in the field of material comforts, education, and economic development throughout the entire world. But there is a pinprick somewhere in the social body at large. And therefore, there are large-scale quarrels, even over less important issues. There is need of a clue as to how humanity can become one in peace, friendship, and prosperity with a common cause. Srimad Bhagavatam will fill this need, for it is a cultural presentation for the re-spiritualization of the entire human society. So this just gives us a little hint on the value of reading and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, let alone of gifting Srimad Bhagavatam on an auspicious day like today. But as we experience daily more and more disruptions in society, more and more disturbances, more and more catastrophes, and you wonder, how are things ever going to be put back in proper perspective? So here's the means. By putting it back in proper perspective, putting society on the right track, by distributing hundreds and thousands and millions of Srimad Bhagavatams all over the world. And we have a special opportunity today, but not only today. So today there's a special benefit of gifting Srimad Bhagavatams, but you can imagine that gift and that benefit is always there. So we can always keep that fresh in our mind, the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. So let's go to, the verses. They're up on the board. We could chant these together. It's not difficult Sanskrit, I don't think. Ready? Together. Sarva Shastradi Piyusa, Sarva Vedaika Satpala, Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadya, Sarva Lokaika Drikprada, Sarva Bhagavata Pranam, Srimad Bhagavata Prabhu, Halidvano Ditya Shri Krishna Parivartita, Padamananda Pataya, Prema Varshaksharayate, Sarvada Sarva Sevyaya, Shri Krishnaya Namostute, Mad Eka Bandhu Mat Sangin, Mad Guru Mad Mahadana, Mad Nistaraka Mad Bhagya, Mad Ananda Namostute, Asadu Sadhu Tadayin, Atini Chochataraka, Hananucha Shimam Premnarit Katayospura. And I'll just go over the translation a little bit. O Srimad Bhagavatam, O nectar churned from the ocean of all the Vedic scriptures, O most prominent transcendental fruit of all the Vedas, O you who are enriched with the jewels of all spiritual philosophical conclusions, O you who grant spiritual vision to all the people of the world, O life breath of the Vaishnav devotees, O Lord, you are the sun who has arisen to dispel the darkness of Kali Yuga. You are actually Lord Krishna who has returned among us. So here Sanatana Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami is explaining that Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of, there's so many people that get so confused by different philosophical thoughts and processes, and different religious tendencies. But Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence, it's giving us the essence, it's the jewel of all those bona fide spiritual philosophies. And the second verse says, O Srimad Bhagavatam, I offer my respectful obeisances to you. By reading you, one attains transcendental bliss. For your syllables rain pure love of God upon the reader. You are always to be served by everyone, for you are an incarnation of Lord Krishna. So that's just such an amazing point also. Just by reading the Bhagavatam, find your favorite edition of the Bhagavatam, your favorite volume, your favorite whatever, your favorite story. Read the Bhagavatam. Read it out loud. Read it with somebody. Read it by yourself. Hear it. Hear the Bhagavatam. Because just by hearing those transcendental words in the Bhagavatam, what's happening? Transcendental love of God is being rained upon our consciousness. And you know that what it's like being in Florida when you're out in the rain, you're going to get wet. So when you're out reading Srimad Bhagavatam, you're going to get that benefit of transcendental love of Godhead. It'll come, it'll purify the heart, it'll cleanse it of all our misconceptions, our muddy misconceptions, and constantly poking us and bringing us to a higher level. So then he continues, O Srimad Bhagavatam, O my only friend, O my companion, O my teacher, O my great wealth, O my deliverer, O my good fortune, O my bliss, I offer my respectful obeisances to you. So what is Srimad Bhagavatam not to us? It's everything. It's our friend, it's our teacher, it's our instructor, it's our guide. It's alive with spiritual instruction. Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada tells us these books are alive. And oftentimes if there's a troubling situation and there's some anxiety in the mind or in whatever, some circumstances that we might be encountering, if you just open Srimad Bhagavatam and read from any place, then you'll get that transcendental instruction. That just reminded me of Srila Prabhupada when Prabhupada was in Mexico. He picked a Bhagavatam off, he was sitting at a low desk, he reached over without looking, picked up a Bhagavatam, which seemed like a random volume of Bhagavatam, picked it, opened it up, and said, you see, it says right here. It was the third canto of the Bhagavatam, and it was Kapila's instruction to Devahuti, and they were saying that anybody who chants the holy name of Krishna becomes an elevated personality, even to the point that they're able to perform Vedic sacrifices, no matter what their past was like. But so Srila Prabhupada would often say, the Bhagavatam is so sweet that no matter where you open it or bite into it, just like a sweet ball, you can take a bite of a sweet from the front, from the side, from the back, from the top, from wherever, and it's all going to be sweet. Same as Srimad Bhagavatam. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And then we might think, oh, the people in this age of Kali, they're so fallen, so degraded. How are they going to appreciate the Bhagavatam? Well, it's true. They might not appreciate the Bhagavatam right off the bat. But just by holding the Bhagavatam, just by seeing the Bhagavatam, and Prabhupada often said, just by reading even one verse, or then he would say one sloka, one line, one word of the Bhagavatam will affect them in such a way that perhaps their love of Godhead doesn't sprout immediately, but the seed has been planted. And as we're familiar with seeds and weeds, the seeds, when they're put in the ground, it's not like the plant starts immediately to grow. No, certain weather conditions, watering, heat of the sun, light has to be there. And when the condition is ripe, then the seed will start to grow. So similarly, people get a Bhagavatam and they read one line, or even they have it in their house for some time. Eventually that seed will sprout and call them. So here, and this is what the result is, Srimad Bhagavatam. O Srimad Bhagavatam, O giver of saintliness to the unsaintly, O uplifter of the very fallen, please don't ever leave me. Please become manifest in my heart and my throat, accompanied by pure love of Krishna. So what can be more glorious than that? To give somebody that opportunity to have that seed sprout and that love of Godhead manifest in their heart in due course of time. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Go Premanandi.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mother Nanda, for that beautiful glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we are going to now do our ceremonial gifting and receiving of the Srimad Bhagavatam. For as you know, what it says in the Srimad Bhagavatam verse. So we have a golden throne here, and we have the Srimad Bhagavatam on the throne, and we are going to quote the verse which is in the Bhagavatam. So this is Canto 12, Chapter 13, verse 13. If on the full moon day of the month of Bhadra, one places Srimad Bhagavatam on a golden throne and gives it as a gift, he will attain the supreme transcendental destination. So, to celebrate that, we have this beautifully made golden throne by Mother Radha Kund and Rasanandi, and we are going to tell you who are all the devotees who actually participated in this Bhadra Purnima campaign. And we have a few devotees who are actually here to gift their set, and their recipients are here too. So we have at least 60 devotees who have participated. So I'm going to read their names to you. Actually, I want to just say, on the altar we have, the backdrops have got the full moon, and every Purnima we actually have the Lordships dressed in white, and then we have the contrasting full moon backdrop. So it's very, very perfect. Right, so for Janmashtami, actually this year we were doing the Bhadra Purnima campaign starting in Janmashtami day, and 5 sets actually were distributed that day. So 2 of them were from some people from out of town, Yogi Charu Prabhu, I'm not sure where he was from, and there was another doctor from Tallahassee. And then we had this idea which was from Mother Gopa Patni, our very seasoned book distributor. And she suggested that we do a raffle for Bhagavatam set, which we did. We actually set up a raffle, and so we said, okay, you give us $5 and you can, we'll take the raffle at 9 o'clock in the evening, 9 p.m. So we actually got 40 people who participated in the raffle. Came up to $215, and then pulled out a name, and that name was Sthiti Muni Prabhu. And he actually said, he had already told me ahead of time when he had taken part in the raffle that please give my set to somebody because I already have a set. So by his kind mercy, we actually distributed that set to a very, very brand new person who we had just started cultivating. We met her at the Jacksonville Vegan Festival in June, and she was here for Janmashtami, and so we gave the set to her, Antoinette. So that was our third set. And then another person visiting Saket Gandhi. And then Nandini Kishori took one set. Then we have somebody in Gainesville with stuck photography. Bhakta Chris, he got a set. Mother Vishnupriya and Godruma, they sponsored a set. Nakul Grover sent a set to India. So we are actually doing, we have a understanding with BBT India, and they will send the sets from on our behalf, and BBT will give us credit for distributing those sets. So we are actually doing at least 4 sets like this. One of them is going to India, a Hindi set. That is Nakul Grover. And then Debalina Sen, she got a Bengali Bhagavatam set. Vaishwananda Prabhu got a Spanish Bhagavatam set. Prema Tarangini, she sponsored a set, and it's going to a teacher at Bana, Mother Mohini. Shiladitya and Adidev, they are also sponsoring a set. It is getting drop shipped. Mother Tejaswini and Dhira Lalita Prabhu actually are taking 2 Russian Bhagavatam sets, which I just found by chance. I was looking at the list when I was placing the order, and I saw Russian. It was actually available. So I ordered 3 sets, and they're gone. And now we have placed more orders. So we have Russian books also in BBT now. Manasi Ganga, for Radhashmi, there was a devotee named Manasi Ganga visiting from Georgia, and she wanted to gift a set to somebody in Orlando, which is what happened. The set has already been gifted now. It's in Orlando. And actually I have a nice video which the Mataji sent to me. The lady who got it, she was in tears as soon as she saw the Bhagavatam, and she was opening it and crying, and they had taken a video of it. It was so heartfelt. Mother Leela Padma is gifting today to a family here. If you can come here and accept your Bhagavatam. Nandini Kishori, can you give them the Bhagavatam set? So we are going to, as we come across, we are going to just gift it. Prabhuji, Shamananda. Yeah, can somebody help them?
My son.
Oh, your son is here. Okay. I thought it was Shaman. Come along. Hare Krishna.
Take a photo.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Jai. Thank you, Mother Leela Padma. And can you tell the name of your recipients? Subhadra. Leelamai Subhadra Devi Dasi ki jai ho. Thank you and your family. Hare Krishna. Actually, Mother Tejaswini and Dhira Lalita Prabhu, if you can, Prabhu, also come. We'll give you your 1 Russian set which we have. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Oh, the Russian. Hare Ram. That's a Russian set. Can you put over there? Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama.
Let him stand.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Right. And do you want a cart? Prabhuji, do you want a cart? You have a cart there. No? It's okay? Jai, thank you. And we'll order your set. The next set will come soon. And then we have Prasanna Cheta Prabhu, who lives in Jacksonville, and he already picked up his set on Radhashmi Day. There was another person who was just visiting, and I was exhausted sitting in the lobby on Radhashmi Day, and he came and he said, I want to give a donation. He gave a large donation and took a set as well. Ram Karlapudi from Gainesville. Then we have Anita and Vijay Police, are very, very important donors for our temple, and they also sponsored a set. And then we have Mother Sharad Bihari and Advaitacharya Prabhu, who actually sponsored 5 sets. And Mother Sharad Bihari is here today. Let's give her a big hand. Come. Mother Sharad Bihari, please come. And Mother Sharad Bihari has Bhakta Josh, and So he's accepting one of the sets. So please come.
And Josh's friend.
Prabhuji, Babu, Prabhuji, can you please come here?
Let them
Can you
take a
take
photo.
pictures? Can you take pictures of them?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Hare.
Double photo.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. You want to hand over and take over? You can pick it up.
You need some help?
Thank you. Thank you, Josh Prabhu. Hare Krishna. We pray that your life in Krishna consciousness grows and grows and flourishes. Hare Krishna. Jai. He helped me, he was helping me at the St. Augustine Rath Yatra, right? Hare Bol. Jai. Hare Krishna. Then we have our third generation devotee, Janardhan Innis. He actually got a set last Sunday. And Rohini Nandan Prabhu co-sponsored it. So we actually had some co-sponsors. And Rohini Nandan and Kasturi Manjari actually also co-sponsored a set earlier. So Janardhan Innis got a set. And then we have Babu Kanaya Prabhu, who is here actually, and he actually sponsored a set. So it's going to be distributed on his behalf. Oh, he will give it to, he'll give it to Mother Nandini Kishori. Hari Bol. Jai. Hare Come. Hare Bol Lakshay. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
We'll meet you all in Gulab Vrindavan.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Then we have a devotee, a beautiful devotee named Ingrid Carter, and she actually wants to ship her set to Peru. So that set is being shipped, an English set being drop shipped to Peru. Nitya Gauranga Prabhu, he just came in. Nitya Gauranga Prabhu also is picking up a set. We'll move along because he's just coming in. And then we have Thoral, a friend of Nandini Kishori, who actually is getting a Russian Bhagavatam set. She already picked it up. Yeah. Prabhuji, please come. Hare Krishna. And then you should do
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Double camera. Smile. Hare Bol, Hare Bol. Hare Ram. Very good. Okay. You need help or you can carry? Got it, Prabhu? Nitya, we can put it here somewhere. Ready?
Hare Krishna. Then we have Swaha and Ambrish Prabhus. They are getting a set. They are the TOVP doers. And I have also a privilege of working with them on TOVP project. Then we have Vishal Bansal. So he and Munna Rangam, these are two different people. They put their tickets in the raffle that she was mentioning. And after that, I sent all the raffle people messages with Gayatri's granddaughter's photo. She was the one who was giving the raffle ticket. So when they saw her photo, can you see it?
Yeah.
And we'll send it on the YouTube too. When they saw her photo, it reminded them. And two of them have already bought the sets. One is this Vishal Bansal Hindi set, and one is Munna Rangam. And I'm still corresponding with few more people.
Very good.
And then Sri Vrindavan Prabhu read the list in Janmashtami, 5 people. And then there was one Bengali couple. These are all first time in the temple. I just spoke with them for a few minutes. And they took the set. So the sets go, they have their own power. And they go. It takes just a little convincing. Some people may think it's pushing, but if they get Bhagavatam, then what's the loss, you know? 5 sets went like that.
I was there with Mataji when we were talking to the Bengali couple. That was there, I think, the second time they came here, and then immediately as soon as Mataji told them, they immediately said yes.
She's empowered.
Thank you. Then Akruti Prabhu took one set, and Vaisheshika Prabhu and I have been in touch. I tell him how we are doing, and he's there to help. And he sent us this 10-minute video. After that, Akruti Prabhu pledged, Ragatmika Prabhu pledged, Anand Kishori and her husband from Michigan, they are sending a set to one center, the New Krishna House in Michigan. They are sending one set to because they are from Michigan, and another to Dallas devotees. Then Madan Mohan Prabhu and Vrindavaneshwari, they took a set. They are taking a set. Mahabhagwat and Kshetrajna Prabhu, they are taking the set.
They're gifting it to their neighbor on Main Street.
They are gifting it to their neighbors on the main street. And Mother Ragatmika convinced them. So it's all teamwork. Very well. Jatari Prabhu and Rangavati Mataji.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Karnapur Prabhu, Mother Ragatmika, Mataji ki jai.
Jai.
We'll meet you all in Gulab Vrindavan.
Very well. So as soon as Ragatmika Prabhu saw the video, within 10 minutes she had her pledge in mind. Within an hour she was calling people, and within 2 hours the devotee had donated. Such is the power of Bhagavatam and Ragat.
Also, Madan Mohan Prabhu was actually watching the class online, and he saw the video and he heard your class. So he called me yesterday evening and he said, we want to sponsor a set. So yes, thank you very much for that class and for the video from Vaisheshika Prabhu.
Then we have T. Radhakrishnan, all the way from Pennsylvania. He is getting a set. And this is very glorious. Radhika Raman Prabhu and Leela Padma Mataji, they are both sponsoring one set each, differently.
Come there, take a photo. Come on.
Such is commitment for family, Vaisheshika Prabhu says each member in family should think about their own.
He's actually gifting it to the Tampa Center.
Oh, he's gifting it to the Tampa Center. Hare Bol Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
We'll see you in Gulab Vrindavan.
Mother Indrani is gifting it to her friend. She has been cultivating for many years. Mother Indrani and Pundarik Vidyanidhi Prabhu's wife. I see them there. They'll pick up later. Now, Devavrata Prabhu and Guru Prasad Mataji, we are so grateful to them. They are always strong supporters. During Leelamrita, they sponsored 10 Leelamrita sets to their friends and family from all over. So they are getting a set. Thank you so much. And I had a good fortune of doing a Facebook fundraiser.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Rama Rama. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There's a feature on Facebook called fundraiser, birthday fundraiser. So I thought, let me just use it. And sure enough, I got enough 4 or 5 friends. They donated, and I'll get a set for a college kid I'm preaching to. So that was Nandini Kishori Devidasi there. Then we have Ranjit Prabhu and Gopishwari Prabhu. They also saw Haribol.
Ranjit Prabhu ki jai.
And they saw the class and they were so inspired, they immediately confirmed. Mother Gopishwari has been preaching to these devotees for a long time. And then we have Madhumati Mataji and Shesha Prabhu, they have been strong supporters. So, Hare Krishna. She was here, but okay, so we'll call them. They'll pick it up later, I guess. Then we have Pran Govinda Prabhu, Haribo. So he gives so many Bhagavatam classes. He helps other temples, and we really appreciate if he can help us more. We have just 50 more sets to go, just 50.
Just 50, Brian.
And there's a bumper sticker. There's a bumper sticker that says that if it was not for last minute, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then we have, we have Dr. Anila and Vanmali Modi. And I asked Vanmali Prabhu if he would like to sponsor the Bhagavatam. And he told me, why just sponsor Bhagavatam? I want to go out with you. I want to go on book distribution. I want to devote my life to book distribution.
What was that?
Vanamali, Dr. Vanamali Modi. Yes, yes. So we are forming a small home book, door-to-door book distribution team. Please join. Kartik, next few months are glorious. So please join and let's distribute Srimad Bhagavatam door-to-door as well. Then we have Tejaswini, as you heard, sponsored second Srimad Bhagavatam. Ekadashi Vrata Prabhu. If you know her, she doesn't miss a beat. You see her on altar, you see her doing service, you see her at every book distribution festival. She teaches full time, she has 5 children, her mother is here. If anybody had to give excuse that I can't do it, it would be her. But she's the one who comes, she's always shows up. So grateful to her. Haribo. Leela Avatar, she's getting a set for Southern America. And not only that, she, Jaggi, her son, her granddaughter, Takurani, they're all pitching in. It's so wonderful. And she wants to know the family it will go to, so maybe they can become, they can help each other. Jai Gauri Prabhu, ki jai. She has been a staunch supporter of book distribution. She does yoga classes. She connects her students to Krishna consciousness, and she's giving it to one of her friends. She's always there for book distribution. Nartaka Chandrika and Radha Damodar Prabhu, they are getting a set. Again, staunch supporters. Trivikram Prabhu, Haribol.
How many sets, Trivikram?
5. He said 5?
Is that a pledge? That's one pledge.
Did you say 5? Everybody heard it? 5? Mataji changed it to 5, not 1.
5. Okay, 5. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ki jai.
4 more sets are coming.
Haribo. Then we have Radhakund and Dharmaraj Prabhus. They are getting a set. Radhakund is very easy to convince. And we are so grateful for that. Nitai Priya, Devi Ki Jai. So she is the head pujari. She takes care of so many things just for the altar and just for the pujari services. In addition, she goes and distributes thousands of books every month on Harinam. Literally thousands of books, and she's getting a set. Thank you so much, Nitai Priya Prabhu and Keshav Prabhus. And they're always there for all Harinams. Nitai Leela is another devotee, and she's sponsoring a set. She's a sweet devotee.
One more set just sold to Sakshi Gopal Guru.
Haribo! Sakshi Gopal Prabhu, please come. Please come.
Going to go. Mother Vrindavan, Sri Vrindavan, give him the Bhagavatam. We'll see Sakshi Gopal Prabhu in Golok Vrindavan.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Bol. If probably 100,000 people come to Alachua temple every year, probably half of them eat food by Sakshi Gopal Prabhu. He's our cook. And his wife is so humble and so sweet. And really a pleasure to know her and family. We have Rasamrita and Shyam Kishore Modi's. They have sponsoring one set. We have, that's it. Thank you so much for your kind attention.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, all of the devotees who are present here and anybody who is listening online, we really want to thank you for participating in the Bhadra Purnima campaign. And it's not over yet. We will accept today, or you can go to our website, alachotemple.com/books, as well as you can meet us in the lobby on Sundays. And we have many more sets in our brand new storage facility. And we are ready to give you the sets. We are ready to sponsor. We are ready to ship it for you. Actually, we are shipping many of the sets. We are shipping. So thank you very much. And Bhadra Purnima ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay,
and special thanks to Mother Sri Vrindavan Devi Dasi and Mother Nandini Kishori, because they are actually the driving force of this book distribution. So give a big applaud and Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
And Jatari and Rangavati Prabhu. And if we missed anybody's name, please let us know. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
We all